Hi there, I'm Dale Mathis, coming to you from my home studio in Sun City, Arizona, and welcome to Accordion Lesson number 1, Part 2. All right, Part 2. I hope that you found a mirror to practice your C bass and chord. That's what we talked about in Lesson 1. And you want to stand in front of that mirror so that you can see where those bass buttons are, because they can be a mystery of how do you get your hand over there, and I hope you had some success with that. So in Part 2 now we're going to talk about songs that have 3 beats to the measure, and we're going to talk about some basic theory things. So the first thing that I'm going to do, as long as I've got the camera set up the way it is right now, is point it down to my accordion. This particular one that I'm holding today is the Roland FR4X digital accordion. So just so that you understand what it is, it's a 37 key piano accordion, and over here on the bass side, now this one has 120 basses on it. So the difference between the little FR1X that I was playing in the first video and this one is that there are more buttons higher up and there are more buttons lower down. So the 1X model has the buttons in the center, and then this one has the buttons higher up here and more buttons down here, plus other things like on the 1X that had 3 of these shift buttons. This one has 7 for the bass side, and over on the right hand side there are a lot more controls that you can change more sounds right on the panel, and it has many more controls on it. So to get now to this new lesson material, the very first thing that you want to do is you want to go to mycrownmusic.net, and the 2 sheets of music PDF files that you're going to download for this portion of the lesson, one is called Song 1, Song 2, and the other sheet is called Song 3, 3 Beats. All right, so you want to go and get that so that you know what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to turn the power on this accordion and open up the bellows strap up on top here and push my air button over here on the side, let a little bit of air into the bellows. It's breathing. It's alive, it's alive. All right, and so now we've got accordion sounds. And I'm going to pick a different tone. There we go. And over on the bass side, what you were supposed to be practicing, I hope you did, is this, where you find the C bass button with your C, with your 3rd finger rather. You push that, and then found the chord right next to it, the C chord. And then you were practicing bass, chord, bass, chord, bass, chord, bass, chord. Well, a new thing that we want to talk about and introduce today in this session is just holding down those 2 buttons. So that is another way of performing the left hand, and one of the songs that I'm going to be showing you today, called the Song 3, 3 Beats, actually incorporates that and incorporates the bass chord, chord, bass chord, chord. All right, so one more thing that I want to show you. Now, if you've got the Song 3, 3 Beats piece of sheet music out in front of you, you're going to see that I've got the melody is, you start here on the C. Oh, here's another little difference between the 1X that I was playing in the first video, is there are more keys here. So this could be a little confusing, because here are 2 black keys and here are 2 black keys again. But again, we're always looking for a complete set. So 2, 3, 2, 3. All right, so I'm going to put my thumb on the C, and you notice it doesn't do anything until I pull the bellows. Okay, so this tune has dotted half notes in it. So in the timing of this song, it's in 3/4 time or 3/4 time, and it's also referred to as waltz time. So I'm going to just play this little tune for you. It goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now the left hand joins in, and you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm holding just a C bass and chord in the left hand. So let's do that part again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now, instead of holding the bass and chord together, now I'm going to play them individually. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the whole song, is just getting used to playing with 3 beats to the measure. All right, so I'll be right back for section 2, part 2 of this video. Okay, I'm back for the next section of this, and I hope that you have downloaded this piece of sheet music from the mycrownmusic.net website. So in this one, where it says Song 1, we're just talking about some of the theory things here. So again, I know I talked about some of this in the previous lesson, but here we're going to discuss it again. These symbols, this is the treble clef, and it's telling you to play with your right hand. This is the bass clef, and it's telling you to play with your left hand. 4/4 is a time signature. That top number is telling us that there are 4 beats in every one of these spaces, which is a measure. And these are quarter notes, and each of the quarter note get 1 beat. So to count this measure, you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a whole note, and that gets 4 beats with just 1 note. So you count it 1, 2, 3, 4. And that left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that whole note down for the 4 beats. And let's see what other interesting things I can tell you. Oh, just some more interesting things here. See that? That's a double bar. That's telling you that it's the end of the song. And in here I have written down your finger numbers. So for that C note, which again is the one, it's not a $100 bill. No, that C note is the C to play on your accordion, and it's got a little ledger line through it. And here, this one right above the staff has got a ledger line through it. And actually, if you're a piano player, if you have some piano playing background, you know that that C and that C on the piano are the exact same note on the piano. They're right in the middle of the piano keyboard, and that's how it, one of the things that people seem to think that that's the reason why it's called middle C, but it actually is because it's in the middle of the treble and bass clef. Anyhow, more than you wanted to know at this time. So finger that C with your thumb, finger this G with your little finger. All right, so that's song 1. Let me just play that for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 together. All right, so that's song 1. Now, in song 2, here we have the same part in the left hand, so it's bass chord, bass chord, bass chord, bass chord. In the right hand, I'm having you go up and down the scale. So you're going to go C, D, E, how's it go? C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D. I gotta say my alphabet backwards. All right, so I'm gonna play that little tune for you. And the finger numbers are written in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, good practice for timing. And actually, here's something else. Those little dots in front of the double bar and these two dots in front of that double bar, those are repeat signs. So it's telling you to keep playing this over and over and over. It's a good practice tune. So it goes. And on and on and on and on. All right. And then the next one here is how long do I hold each note? Question mark. So here, these are quarter notes. So quarter notes get one beat each. Here's a new note for you. Half note, that's a circle with a stick on it or a stem on it, gets 2 beats. Whole note is just a circle, gets 4 beats. Another whole note gets 4 beats. So let me play this little piece for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to play it without counting. All right, so more notes for you to learn is half notes, 2 beats each, whole notes, 4 beats each. All right, so now I'm going to turn the page here, and this is the other tune that I was playing for you before, and this is introducing the new time signature. So here we have 3/4 time. So that top number, again, is telling us how many beats in the measure. And again, these spaces are all called measures, and they're divided by these vertical lines called bar lines. All right, so in this version here, you're just going to play those 4 notes with no left hand part. And in this line, it's the same 4 notes, but here you're holding down the bass and the chord buttons together. And in each measure, you'll go 1, 2, 3, and then you'll pick it up and you'll play those 2 buttons again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And in this line, it's the same melody again, but now you're playing bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, chord, bass, chord, chord. And then there's the double bar telling you it's the end. Okay, so let me play this for you. So first it's just right hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now add the bass. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Now add bass chord. 1, 2, 3. All right, more like just little exercises. But, you know, it gets all the very beginning technical things that we have to get going. So I'll be right back. All right, so this is the end to this portion of your learning experience. I hope that this is working out well for you. I know that in the beginning stages, handling an accordion can seem very awkward. But as you work more with it, you do get a better sense of control, and you just got to stay at it. In these very beginning days, you want to play every day. You know, if you don't have a half an hour, which probably can seem kind of long, give it 10 minutes and maybe 2 10-minute segments every day. That repetition is what builds familiarity, and the more that you play, like if you only do it 2 hours once a week, I'm sorry to say you're not going to get very far. It's that daily repetition that always works for every one of my students. So it doesn't have to be a whole lot in these beginning days, you know, 10 minutes a couple of times a day. That would be great. 20 minutes once a day, every day, even Sundays. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Again, the store where I sell all of these these accordions, Roland accordions, is Crown Music in Sun City, Arizona, and they all come with the Dale Mathis programming and the Dale Mathis after purchase support. And just so you know, in case you're new to my video channel, I have 500 more videos out with lots of songs and lots of other free sheet music that you can download at the mycrownmusic.net website. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time.